So good morning participants. My name is Mansa. I'm from Tally Solutions, DAT team, Auditor Edition team. So here, today's session is on the detailed session on revised schedule 6 and tax audit. Mr. Mahesh Patel, are you able to hear me now? Please respond on chat. Fine, so we'll continue with the session. So you can see here I have loaded current year company, which is National Traders Private Limited 1230. So prior getting into revised schedule 6, I would like to tell you about the key highlights of revised schedule 6. So schedule 6 was revised after 55 years, and the revision was a standard format was introduced for profit and loss account and the balance sheet. So last year we revised it, that's why we call it the schedule 6, which was revised last year. It has been considered as a paradigm shift in reporting and representation. This is the first time when a standard reporting format is provided for profit and loss account. With revised schedule 6, there are challenges which chartered accountants are facing. First challenge is with respect to the representation of revised schedule 6. So regarding representation, the challenge is in balance sheet, the reporting of values has to be done into current and non-current. Also, there are additional details which need to be provided in the form of notes. In the price schedule 6 representation, expenses and income, this time they need to be reported separately. So these are some challenges with respect to revised schedule 6 representation. There are challenges with the client data. So while complying client data into revised schedule 6 format, the key challenges and the major challenges faced by chartered accountants are: first is, client chart of accounts is not in accordance with revised schedule 6. The second challenge is that they have to bifurcate ledger closing balance into current and non-current in case of balance sheet. So now we will see how are we handling all these challenges in revised schedule 6 compliance provided in Tally. So you can see here, as I told you that the current year company, National Traders Private Limited, has been loaded. Now I get into profit and loss account. This is the default value profit and loss account. So from this default chart of account, to convert this into revised schedule 6 format, what all you have to do in Tally is just click a button. There is a schedule 6 option provided to you. So with the click of a button, the chart of account, default chart of account will convert it into revised schedule 6 format. Dear participants, if you have any query, please write in chat, because I have muted your system so that it won't disturb while presenting the demo. That's why, Mr. Weber, you are not audible to me. If you have any query, please write in chat. So now you can see here there are some line items which are provided in red. Red indicates, just a minute, a participant has got some issue. Dear Weber, I repeat, if you have any query, please write in chat. I have muted your system. That is why you are not audible to me. So now, as I was telling, with the flip of a button, you can see here default chart of account has been converted into the right schedule 6 format. Here, there are some line items which are coming in red. You can see here. So, red indicates there are something which is different. So, what does this red indicate? And get into it, the revenue from operations. So, wherever there is red color, you will find this line item of ungroup that particular schedule head inside that. So, what does it mean? Whatever Tally can map, Tally will map automatically, and because of these figures are coming in front of some of the line items, but there are few line items which Tally can't understand. For those line items, Tally will capture them under ungrouped line items and mark them in red color. So till the time you don't complete the mapping, this red color will remain. When you will complete the mapping, red will turn into black. And this ungrouped line item will go off. So now here we will see how it will be done. I just come here and pressing Shift Enter for the one level drill down. Again I am pressing Shift Enter. You can see here cash sales is a part of ungrouped revenue from operation. So means line items which are mentioned here under sale of products and sale of services, they are configured for VAT and service tax. And that is why Tally is able to understand these line items is fall in the sale of products and sale of services. And because of this, these numbers are automatically coming here. But cash sales, this particular ledger is neither configured for VAT nor for service tax. Because of this, it is falling under ungrouped line item. So let's take an example. When you have to do this particular thing of you have to transfer cash sales into sale of product in Excel, what would you do? You will do Control X and Control V, cut paste, right? The same functionality we have provided in Tally. You come here and pressing Control X, the shortcut of move. And I am taking cursor to that schedule head where I want to transfer this particular line item. So in the sale of product, I want to transfer cash sales. So I'll press Control V, that is 2. Now you can see the ungrouped line item has go off and cash sales has moved from here to here. We understand that you are very conversant with Excel, and because of this, we have provided the three functionality. Cut, paste, and the third functionality is undo. So the undo can also be done in Tally. So here you can see Control Z undo. So once you click on this, line item which has been pasted again come back to its original position. You can see here cash sales has come back to its original position. So this is how you can do. In the scenario where you want to transfer whole amount of a particular ledger into one particular schedule head. So what does it mean? Because you wanted to transfer 5,000 into sale of product, you did cut paste. Let's take an example where this cash sales is of a software, which includes sale of a product and sale of a service. In such scenario, you can't transfer whole amount. What you will have to do, you will have to bifurcate this particular amount. Some portion will get into one head and another portion will get into another head. To cater to this requirement, how are we handling in Tally is, we have provided here Control Enter Classify option. I click on it. You can see here bifurcate balance. So under this, I'll mark 3,000. I want to transfer to sale of product. You can see list of groups which are in the revenue from operation are coming here. If I would like to see all the groups present in schedule list. I can select show all. But I only want to see the relevant head, so I'll short down the list. The remaining amount will come here. Even if I want to increase this amount, Tally won't let me do this. So that's how we are doing the check to take care of the thing that the amount of a particular ledger shouldn't exceed the default trial balance, the default tally account which you are maintaining. So it will only change the representation, it won't change the figure. Here if I have a question is, the example of cash sale bifurcated into sale of product, sale of service doesn't look realistic because the normal practice is to create ledger as per tax laws and service income facility. The ledger cash sales is normally created as a control account under sundry debtor. Sales account. Sundry debtor बोल रहे हैं control account. So under cash control account under sundry debtor तो यार वो अगर कुछ small scale industry में follow करता है because they might not know about the control account in small scale industry, in small industry. So they can do such things. Okay. Small industry मतलब मुझे तो small industry they might not follow the rules. They cannot know the rules. And here we are providing the buttons how you can bypass it. No, it's not rotation. We are instant better. If you interpret, we interpret. Yeah. Yeah, participants. So that's how we can bifurcate the balance. So if you want to take again suppose you have done a mistake, you want to take it back, you select this particular line item and do restore default. So once you will do restore default, it will come back again to its original position. So now I am getting into another criteria. As per revised schedule requirement, expenses and income has to be shown as a separate line item. But suppose in a particular company they have created only one ledger as interest account where they have done interest expense and interest income using that particular line item. So in such case, what functionality Tally has provided will come to this particular line item, select control enter, classify, classification type debit credit transaction total. So here debit transaction will fall under interest expense and credit will fall under interest income. So here you can see I am just typing 3 letters and that is automatically filtering the the required and desired schedule head. So you can select this, you need not to write whole name. Now interest account has been moved from here. It's not the part of ungroup. You can get into the respective heads and see the amount has come in. So interest expense amount has come in and the interest income amount has been get into income part. There's a requirement of Schedule 6. The requirement is any ledger which falls under the criteria of 1% of revenue from operation or 1 lakh, whichever we desire, has to be shown as separate line item. So now, if you would be doing it in Excel, you would be putting some formula, or it would be difficult to do manually. So in Tally, how are we supporting it? We have provided a classify helper option. With a click of a button, all those ledgers which fall in that criteria will be listed down. So here, let's take the example. I would like to show this wages ledger as a separate line item. I'll select this using spacebar. And there, I have the option of show separate. So once I click on this, line item has been found here. And you can see it has come as a separate line item here. So that's how with the click of a button you'll be able to figure out all those ledgers and then show them as a separate line item. Take a scenario where you don't want to transfer one line item from ungroup to the respective or relevant schedule head. You have figured out there are 3 line items. Suppose there is a go down rent, there is an office rent. You have figured out these rents should become part of this particular rent of the line item of the schedule head. Now, choosing out the selecting one by one, which you can do there, you can transfer them simultaneously. So I'm selecting those line items using the space bar. So here I have selected go down rent and office rent. I would like to transfer them from ungroup line item to rent, which is a schedule head. So here I'll do cut, Ctrl S, take my cursor to the rent and then paste. So once I click on these buttons, the relevant line item will transfer from there to this particular line item. You can see here. So that's how you can do the multi-classification by selecting those line items. Now, another requirement of revised Schedule 6 is if you are maintaining inventory. So inventory has to be classified into these line items. It has to be classified into 5 types of things, that is finished goods, work in progress, stock in trade, used tools, and others. But generally in business, we don't maintain our inventory in such a manner. But you can figure out that this particular part of inventory falls in this category, this particular part of inventory falls in this category. So to cater to this requirement, we have provided a stock template. So once you get into this, you can see here, these fields are manual entry fields. You can type amount. I'm just roughly typing some amount. Once you type these amounts here, it will reflect into this line item. So you can see here, finished goods is coming here, stock in trade, used tools, I will fill used tools, let me come here. Raw material will become part of the raw material line item. So this way you can classify your inventory as per revised Schedule 6 representation using a stock template. Another requirement we came across, the requirement came from our chartered accountants, that we want to name these line items as per our requirement. So suppose there is a company who is maintaining software, they don't want to put the name as sale of product. The requirement is they want to put the name as sale of software. I'm just taking a rough example because my goal is to tell the functionality of the product. So please bear with me on the examples. So here, sale of product, if I would like to rename it, You can see at the bottom bar we have provided the name head. I click on it. I can give it to the name of sale of software. You can see here the name has been changed from sale of product to sale of software. There is a query from Mr. Sudhir Balakrishnan that should be set integrate accounts and inventory to more. Yes, sir. Stock template. You have to enable this, you have to mark integrate accounts and inventory to true. So now I move ahead. There's another thing. Whatever you are doing, whatever mapping you are doing in this particular company, suppose after doing mapping, you want to see a particular screen where you can see what items have been mapped. We have mapped to which particular line item. Is there any other line item which is yet to map? So to get complete, picture of whatever mapping has been done ledger-wise, group-wise, we have provided this master configuration requirement. I get into this, getting called F9. You can see here, these are the groups. The closing balance, balancing type, and the schedule 6 grouping. There are some line items which are not into red. There are line items which are not into blue. Red indicates ungrouped line items, means these are the line items. Under them, there are few line items which are yet to move, yet to map. And blue indicates those line items which has been mapped by the system. So this is as to the group. These are as per these line items. If you would like to see them as per ledger wise, then the option has been provided as site ledger wise. So which ledger, what amount has been mapped into which particular schedule 6 group is coming here. Mr. Vaibhav, I request you to rewrite your query. Sorry, I couldn't get it. So here, I'll move ahead. So now we'll get into balance sheet. Same way we get into P&L account, I'm getting into balance sheet. The default balance sheet is coming, and I'm pressing Alt S. Now Tally will do the automatic mapping of some of the line items. Those line items which particularly understand we should be some part of have been shown under red color. So here I am getting into share capital and group share capital. So you can see here subscribe share capital has been given here, which is of 55 lakh. Suppose I want to bifurcate this 55 lakh into subscribe and fully paid, subscribe but not fully paid. So how we will do it? Same way we did the tax here, control enter, bifurcate balance, 5 lakh. I want to transfer into subscribe and fully paid. Remaining amount is coming automatically. Subscribe but not fully paid. The question is, Mr. Daniel, I have asked that when you are moving the ledger, the fact is showing in transaction in particular ledger. See, it won't change any transaction, sir. Mr. Daniel, it will only move your ledger from one schedule head to another schedule head. Revised schedule is only for representation purpose. So whatever changes you are making here, they are not going to affect your default account. So it is only for presentation purpose, won't affect your default account. Is it clear, sir? Or am I getting you right, sir? Thank you. So apart as I have bifurcated subside share capital into fully paid and not fully paid, there is a requirement of revised schedule 6 that there are something which has to be shown in additional information. There are some information which can't be captured in this format. They have to be shown in additional information. So regarding this particular line item of share capital, additional information has been provided here. So you can get into the disclosure of shareholder funds. You can select, suppose I'm selecting subscribed and fully paid. The amount is coming automatically. So there is a control which has been provided. If I exceed this amount, it will let me accept the screen. Okay, it will take this control to the amount which I am now to subscribe and fully paid line item. So it should be very short. The amount should not exceed or shouldn't be lesser than that. So that's how you can enter the additional information. There's one of the requirements of balance sheet is there are some line items, equity and liability, they have to be bifurcated into current and non-current. So how are we handling current and non-current? We understand current and non-current is something which as a business owner would be knowing better that this particular amount will fall under upcoming in this particular financial year, and the remaining will be taken as in the long term. So they will become part of non-current. So I'm taking example of the auto finance. So here this particular line item I'm going to bifurcate into current and non-current. Again I'm doing control enter classify. I'm selecting bifurcate balance. Suppose this particular amount, I'm assuming that this is the amount which has been paid this year. So suppose in the next year, the national reader is going to pay the same amount. So I'm taking it as a part of current under secured loans, payable on demand from other parties, part of short-term borrowings. The remaining amount I'm capturing under secured loans, secured term loans from other parties, which is a part of long-term borrowing. So now, as in when I will map this particular line item will move off from ungroup line item. You can see here secured finance is not coming here. So here I am getting into short-term borrowing. I would like to see whether the secured finance has come here or not. So you can see here with a single click, the label of drill down has been taken here. I just selected secured loan payable on demand from other parties. This is the label of drill down which has been taken here beautifully magnified. Another requirement is trade receivables. So the trade receivables line items have to be bifurcated into less than 6 months and more than 6 months. So to arrive at this screen, I have drilled down from trade receivables, classify helper. So here, if bill-wise details are maintained properly in Tally, Tally will do the automatic bifurcation into less than 6 months and more than 6 months for your reference, which you can finalize later. And there are some line items if bill-wise details are not maintained. You can see here under on account there are some line items falling. These line items are falling because bill-wise details are not maintained for them. So they have been kept under on account. So as per the requirement, total amount has to be as per capable less than 6 months and more than 6 months. So the on account amount either has to be shifted here or here. For this, what we have provided actual configuration. You classify on account to less than 6 months. The amount which was here has been counted into less than 6 months. So now, suppose I have come here, Arvind Kumar, he is my aggregator. I'll take example of, suppose I'm taking example of Hindustan Timber. So here, you can see here that line item of Hindustan Timber, less than 6 months will be debit and more than 6 months is credit. So I have to take care debit should get into one line item and credit should get into another. So I press Control Enter and selecting debit credit closing balance. Debit balance I would like to transfer into trade receivables, secured goods which is less than 6 months, and credit balance I would like to transfer secured goods which is more than 6 months. So here, with all these classifications and moves, you can also see the notes which has been given here. So now Hindustan Timber will move from here. You can see here the yes has come here. Yes indicates that you have done the mapping. And the Hindustan Timber has come here. So that's how you do the mapping. You can do the mapping of less than 6 months and more than 6 months. While interacting with chartered accountant, he came across one of the requirements. Suppose I'm getting into short-term borrowing or long-term provisions. These are the line items which is provided. Provisions for employee benefits, other long-term provisions. But in my presentation, I would like to add another one more heading to this. So to cater this requirement, we have provided an option of new head. So what does new head help you to do is, when you click on it, it will ask you under which group you would like to create a head. Suppose I'm selecting long-term provisions. So in the long-term provision, with which name you would like to create a head. I'm just taking example of test. We are doing a test run. And at what position do you want it, at the top, at the bottom, above or below? These are the schedules of heads which are already present in long-term provision. So do you want above this particular line item or this particular line item? So that way you can select. I'm selecting at top. So you can see here I have created a test name new head under long-term provisions. So it should appear inside it. So now whenever you are doing mapping, you can map a particular letter under this new head also. So that's how you can create as many heads as you want. You can rename any head which you want as per your presentation requirement. Is it clear? Any doubt? Participants, can you respond on chat? Is it clear or do you have any doubts? Thank you, Mr. Sunil. Now, thanks, Mr. Madhav. I would like to move ahead. So here, as I have told you, there are some additional information which has to be disclosed in balance sheet. They have been captured under additional information line item. This particular additional info option is also provided under each and every line item, like as a share capital. Whatever additional information which is relevant to share capital has been captured here. Same with the other line items. Wherever it is required, we have provided this functionality. So to see all the additional information in one page, you can come here. So disclosure of shareholders fund we have seen. Now let me take example of disclosure related to long-term borrowings. So when I get into this, we'll see that under long-term borrowing, I have not City Order Finance. So that amount has been automatically taken care. There's a query, how do I record authorized capital from Mr. Sunil? Sir, I just explained this, then I'll come back to authorized capital and I'll explain you that. Okay, sir. So here, City Auto Finance has been captured. So we just press enter on this line item, and you can type secure by terms of payment. All these details these fields are for manual entry. And this period of default 8 months. I mean, I'm just taking a rough entries. So these amounts will be automatically filled. These details will be filled once I click into this particular screen. And you can see here it is kind of appearing here. So that's how whenever you get any line item with long-term borrowing, Tally will take care that those line items should appear inside these line items. And then you can press enter and fill the relevant details. And then you can also take your printout. Yeah, there's a query by Mr. Sunil that he wants to record the authorized capital. So here, these are the line items. You can also capture authorized share capital. If you want to capture any other things, you can also capture this. That way you can capture. I'm just taking the rough example. You can come here, you can also take the print out of this. Suppose I'm getting into this, share capital, I'm just pressing Alt P. So these are the details which are appearing. So this is as per the prescribed format. These are the details which some of the details we have already keyed in, that's why they are coming as print. So that way you can take the print out. Is it fine, sir? Did I get your question right? Or do we need to take it again? क्या पास टू क्या Mr. Sunil, I request you to respond. Did I get your question right? Can we move ahead? There is a requirement of the balance sheet that in balance sheet we have to showcase significant accounting policies. CNC at the bottom, significant accounting policies has been provided. I get into this. These are the line items which has been provided. You can remove them. You can add any details. So you can add any number of line items if you want, or you can remove these details also. So I just get into this basics of the equation which you have created. So here either you can type the content or you can also copy paste the content from Word document. So when you will be copying the content, you have to use Control Alt C, and while pasting you'll be using Control Alt C. So here, after doing this, you can take the print out of this. You can also export it into Excel and make it into PDF format. So this is how the print will come. So when you will fill all the line items, all line items will be captured in print format properly. There are some of the line items which were not coming because we haven't filled the information into them. Like those which there is no amount has been transferred into that particular line item. As in case of debit tax liability and all, they are not printed because I am not new to them in the print option. So in print option, you will get an option whether you would like to print all those line items which are having zero values. Because I am not known, that's why in the print they will not appear. Now, this is how you have done the mapping of 1213. But as per by schedule 6 requirement, you will have to do present for the last year also. So we have provided an option of compare company and loading Asian Traders Private Limited 1112. So what Tally has provided is, Tally will take care of the mapping. How will it take care of the mapping? All those line items which are common, like in 1213, there are some ledgers which are common. Like cash sales is common. Suppose once I have mapped it to the particular line item, suppose let's take example in 1213. Cash sales, I have not the sale of software. Because in 1213, cash sales is a part of sale of software. When I compare 1213 with 1112, cash sales ledger which is present in 1112 will get automatically mapped to sale of software. So now it is not mapped because it's a part of ungood. That's how Tally will take care of the automatic mapping while comparing those line items which you have done in 1213 will get automatically mapped in 1112. So you can see here what is this line item appearing. The line item name is previous year ungroup. So what does it mean is previous year ungroup? There are some line items which are only present in previous year. Like professional charges, rent ledger. This in 1213 we had office rent, we had godown rent, but we didn't have the ledger of name as rent. So because in 1213 that ledger is not present. Only in 1112 that particular ledger is present. So Tally will take all those ledgers in the previous year number. And those ledgers till the time you won't map them, they will appear here. So you can come here, fill down from here using enter, control enter. And then you can map. Once you will map, it will go up from here. So that's how it will take care. So here it has gone from here. So rent has moved from here. So that's how the requirement of revised schedule 6 has been taken care in Tally. So this is all there in revised schedule 6. Now we will move to tax audit. So for this I am getting into audit and compliance. So you can see all these things have been provided in tax audit. First I get into form 3CD. under Form 3CD, we have taken care of all the 32 clauses, which are there. But we understand for every company, all the clauses are not applicable. For some companies, some clauses are applicable, for some companies, some clauses are not applicable. So keeping these in mind, we have provided an option of applicability. So the clauses which are not applicable in your company, you can mark them not applicable. And then you will be more focused on your work. So how it can be done? So before doing this, I'll be marking clause 18 and clause 16 as not applicable. So before marking them not applicable, I get into 44AB audit. And I'll show you that under 44AB audit, you can see these are the clauses which are appearing. So then all these modules, tax modules, statutory modules, payroll modules in Tally has been maintained properly, configured properly. Tally will, in this particular stream, 44AB audit, Tally will automatically fetch the relevant information from this old account. So you need not to again do your job. All the relevant vouchers will be fetched from that particular module to under these line items. So now these clauses are appearing here. When I mark them not applicable in Form CCD, these clauses won't appear. So how will it be done? So I get into Form CCD, I come to clause 16, selecting using a space bar. You can see here at the bottom we have provided option of space select. Here you can see update option has been provided. So once I update it, status is appearing. Applicable, not applicable. I am marking it as not applicable. Same I am doing this clause 18. I am selecting it using a space bar. Update, not applicable. So once I have marked them not applicable, these won't appear, these two line items, these two clauses won't appear in 44AB audit. So let me get back to 44AB audit. You can see here, clause 17 and clause 18 has been disappeared. So now I'm going to show you that what all things that we have provided in Form 3CD. We have provided some line items as annexure. There are some annexures which will be captured automatically. Like once you are maintaining them properly in Tally, or the default tool has been maintained properly in Tally, annexures will be ready. There are some annexures which you will have to, the value need to be keyed in manually. So how will you do it? So I'm just taking example of clause 14, particulars of depreciation. So here the annexure I have provided is, it's a manual entry, real annexure. You can come here, you can type the information. And just putting some rough figure. And you can take the printout of this particular annexure. You can take the print and submit it. So it's a manual entry annexure. There are some annexure will be generated automatically. So for this, I'll be getting into 44AB audit. I'm going to take the example of doing audit and generating an actual. So for this, I get into clause 17. Then I'm getting into clause 17H. So these are the line items where aggregate cash payment for a day is exceeding 20,000. So suppose I take example of business promotion expense, where this particular line item is of partial cash, this is full cash. So I come here, select it, audit. So what I did, I just drill down till voucher and voucher label, select them using the space bar and then do the audit. Disallowed. Typing amount 60,000. 70,000 amount, suppose I'm typing. So when you will take the printout of this, will give you the printout of clause 17H. This is the amount just being paid by check or just disallowed, and that's how you can generate the annexures. Even if you are doing it here, you can also get into Form 3CD, and you will also get this particular annexure in Form 3CD. So I'm just, for your reference, getting into A2M, we're talking about H, annexure. So you can see here the annexure is generated here also. Now I'm taking an example of another clause. Let's take example of clause 27. The amount is appearing here because TDS is maintained in this particular company. So TDS deduction in payment summary is appearing here. So you can see the details, payment details, deduction details, assessable value, tax amount, and the outstanding status. You can, when you take the print of this particular screen, it will print all the naturals. You can see here the annexure to clause 27B1, tax deductible but not deducted at all. B2, tax deducted late. So you can see if TDS is maintained, you need not to think about and spend your time to find out the delays in dates. So here when you can come to this particular summary and get the relevant information with a click of a button. So this is a case where these modules have been maintained in Tally. Let's take the example when TDS, statutory, payroll, no such modules has been maintained in Tally. So in such case, when you load your client company, everything will fall under verification of vouchers. So you can get into this. And then tag those line items to the relevant clauses, whichever you think to be. In these, once you will tag them, suppose I'm tagging it to 14, just roughly I'm tagging it to something. So when I come, once I have tagged it to a particular And just roughly I have tagged. It's not, don't take this example as a hardcore thing. I'm just showing you the functionality part. You can see here under 14 I have tagged 2 voucher, under 17 I have tagged 1 voucher. So when you come to form CCD to fill the action, there is an option which we have provided as participatory audit. When you come here, you will find those transactions will be appearing here. So now that's how you can, tag clause to the relevant transactions. And if you are not maintaining a statutory module and any other relevant module in Tally, like payroll module, tax module, then you can use this particular feature. It will help you to give the information, the relevant information to fill the action. You can also take the print out of from CCD after filling all these information. So this is all what we have provided in tax audit. If you have any query, you can raise it on chat. And I request all participants to kindly give their feedback. So this is all what we have to showcase you in this particular session. The participants, if you have any query, you can raise it on chat. And kindly fill the survey form. It will help us to improve for the next webinar sessions. There is no query. Should I wind up the session? I request the participants to kindly give their feedback. Mr. Sunil, we are not handling a statutory audit in this, sir, because this session is only for revised schedule 6 and tax audit. Statutory audit we will be handling in the upcoming webinar. Hindi session of the statutory audit is available to download on our website, so you can refer to that. And it will be great if we will see you in the statutory audit webinar session. Should I wind up the session? If there is no query, I will wind up the session. Mr. Sunil has asked this query that if this has been, once the mapping has been done, can it be locked using a password? no sir, it can't be logged using a password. That can't be done. But what you can do is, for your reference, locking, so you can't do. But when you come here in master configuration, you can take this print out, ledger wise. So when you will take the print out, you will be able to, as per group wise, ledger wise, you will have the information. The under which group, how much, what is the amount, what is the ledger. So the cross check can be done if you have any doubt and all like that. Otherwise, you can't run. So that locking is not yet provided. So we will take it as a requirement, and we even have received it. So we will take it as a requirement that before these two admin should give the permission, something like that, so that using mapping because of these two won't happen. But currently it's not there that we admit. Yeah, sir, we have jotted it down. We have also received this suggestion from other chartered accountants also. So it is in our it's in the list here, the list of the development. So it will be taken care. Okay, fine, sir. Thank you. The thanks participants. If you have any query, please respond on chat. If not, we will winding up the session shortly. Fine. We are winding up this session. Thank you, participants, for being with us. Thanks for your participation.